Okay, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a topic that, let's be honest, is surrounded by a lot of myths and maybe even a little bit of fear: assisted living. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? We're going to explore how this option can actually be a powerful tool for supporting, not surrendering personal freedom.
You know, this sentence right here really gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? The whole point of getting older isn't to give up control, it's to keep living your life on your own terms. And that's exactly the principle we're going to dig into today.
All right, first things first, we have to tackle the biggest hurdle right up front, this huge myth of lost freedom. So let's start by unpacking some of those really common fears that can make this conversation so difficult for families.
So let's just put these fears right out on the table. The myth is that you're moving into some kind of sterile, restrictive place, almost like a hospital. But the reality, it's much more like a safety net. The fear is that someone else is going to dictate your entire schedule, when the real goal is to let you live at your own pace. See, it's all about shifting your perspective from feeling trapped to feeling, well, truly supported.
So if it's not a cage, what is it really? I love this metaphor from the source material. It's a cushion. Think about it that way. It's something that's just there to handle the rough edges of daily life, so you can focus on living the way you always have, just with a few less worries. Let's break that down a bit. It really is all about balance. You can absolutely still decide exactly when you want your morning coffee, but you don't have to stress about remembering to take your medication. You get that safety net for the essential stuff, which actually frees you up to keep all the personal choices and routines that really matter to you.
So how does this actually work in practice? Well, it all starts with designing for independence from the ground up. These communities are literally built to empower people. Think about it for a second. Wide hallways, grab bars placed exactly where you might need them, non-slippery floors. These aren't just random features, they're tools for confidence. The goal is super simple. Nobody should feel like they need to hold someone's hand just to walk around their own home. It is independence by design.
And the support? It's just as smartly designed. This is not a one-size-fits-all system. The source compares it to a tailor stitching clothes to your specific size, which is a great way to put it. You know, someone might just need a gentle reminder for their evening pill, while somebody else might need a bit more help with meals. The care is flexible and it fits the person, not the other way around.
And this is huge. Your personal rhythm is respected. This isn't about conforming to some rigid institutional schedule. If you're not a morning person, nobody is going to be waking you up at the crack of dawn. If your idea of a perfect breakfast is idlis and chutney at 10 a.m., that's what you'll get. It's these small daily choices that really make a life your own. Okay, so we've covered the physical support, but there's this massive emotional component here that often gets overlooked. This is about more than just a home. It's about moving from isolation to community. Instead of spending days alone, just imagine this for a second. You've got game nights, music sessions, celebrating festivals together, or maybe just taking a simple walk around the garden with friends. It's like being part of a buzzing, comfortable neighborhood where people actually know your name. This isn't just about passing the time. It's about active, engaged living. Wow, this quote is just incredibly powerful, isn't it? It captures that stark reality that so many seniors face when they're living alone. That deafening silence is the very thing that a vibrant community is designed to break, replacing it with connection and laughter. And here it is. This is the big question, right? It's the one that almost every single family asks. It just feels natural to want to stay in a familiar place. So you know what? Let's actually compare the two options side by side. When we look at them directly, the crucial difference becomes pretty clear. Yeah, a helper at home provides some support, but it's often limited to just one person. Socially, it can still be pretty isolating, and safety-wise, it's really hard to completely adapt a regular house. Now compare that to assisted living, where you have a whole team for support, a built-in social life with friends literally next door, and purpose-built safety. It just creates a much more holistic environment. And you know, the benefit isn't just for the person moving in. This kind of decision brings a really profound sense of peace of mind to the entire family. Everyone can breathe a little easier, knowing their loved one is safe, engaged, and genuinely happy.
When you get right down to it, this whole conversation really boils down to one word: dignity. True independence isn't about being able to do every single thing by yourself without any help. It's about having a say. It's about keeping control over your own day-to-day life and just having the support you need to do it.
And it's so important to remember that these communities are constantly evolving. That old, sterile image is being replaced by something that honestly feels more like a resort. We're talking gyms, beautiful gardens, art rooms, amazing food. It's really about enhancing life, not just sustaining it.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if it's time to redefine what independence in our later years really means? Maybe, just maybe, it's not about solitary self-reliance, but about having the right support system in place that allows you to live the life you've always chosen with confidence,